getting the perfect angle here. There we go.
Perfect angolio.
Perfect angile. Oh, there's an ad plan.
Oh, and here I am.
We gotta wait till the ad's done before we can see what's going on. Where do I put it? There it is. Oh, skip. Neat. Here we are.
I see there's still a lag.
Oh yeah, there's going to be a lag every time.
Every time?
Every time.
Oh, it's going to mess with me.
Don't look at it. Hey, how's it going,
what up,
Campy
dude?
Gamer? All right, here we go.
Back again for more, I see.
Yeah, glutton for punishment. Already got the guitar playing going too. I like it. Successfully connected, it says. Apparently we are. Hey, somebody's 10mm. Hey, that's my 10mm. No wait, Mustang doesn't have any 10mm bolts on it. So that's why, to me, it's the 9/16 that's always missing. We got 2 people going so far. Where did I already lost the remote. There it is.
Already lost it.
Already lost it. Hey, we got 10 people on.
What up, 10 people?
Holy smokes.
How's it going?
How is everybody doing?
You guys staying healthy? Not getting sick? Because my whole family's just getting over being sick, so.
Yeah. So now he's bringing that over here.
That's been fun. Well, I haven't gotten sick. Yet.
Well, yet.
Knock on something made of wood,
Oh,
hopefully.
it's your strong immune system you got there.
It's all that garbage in my veins.
Oh yeah, it's all that shit that you've been weighing through at work.
The mold.
Do I like the Ford 300? Well, yeah, I like the Ford 300. Inline sixes are kind of cool. I've never worked on a Ford 300, but I'd like to. Yeah, I would like to have a daily driver that is a old school inline six. Because working on the Mustang, you got the shock towers right, like you got about that much room between the motor and the shock tower. So doing anything on it is a pain in the ass. Could you imagine just having a sliver of little block wide open? That'd be like mechanical paradise.
Seems like everything would be really easy to get to if it was all on one line.
Fave diesel ever. What's your favorite diesel ever?
Favorite diesel ever?
Yeah.
Probably one of them military deuce and a halves.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
If it's good enough to...
Huge. Yeah. I like the big.
The inline six is always fired up when you need them to. They do. They're reliable motors.
Trusty.
So that's what you need. You gotta get rid of all this shit and get just an inline six. Oh, okay. I tried. Denzel Washington. I wonder what Denzel Washington's favorite diesel is.
Probably a Humvee. These guys like Humvees, I think.
Probably.
Yeah.
True.
Not like the cool one that Schwarzenegger came out with.
Yeah.
The less like H3 probably.
Well, Schwarzenegger didn't invent the Humvee. He just allowed the Humvee to be bought.
Well, yeah, but
yeah,
that was a big step for people who wanted to own Humvees.
Arnold Schwarzenegger looked at the Humvee and was like, "Wow, I want one."
It's like, Val, give me that now.
Everybody should own one.
Can this fit on my chopper?
Everybody out of the way and heading to Muscle Beach. Four-wheel drive swap. 1970 F1. $390. Any tips? got
It's true.
yeah.
Speaking of torque, all the Minnesota people out there, be careful in the Midwest region. It's kind of icy.
What does that have to do with torque?
Too much torque, you just spin.
Why? Yeah, but on dry roads too. Doesn't matter if it's icy.
Well, I'm just saying.
A Honda Civic can spin on ice. Doesn't mean it's torquey. It's very beautiful stuff you got there. Holy buckets. How many people we got up to now? Ah, lost one. That's alright. So, what are you guys up to? What are we up to?
I don't know.
Oh,
Thought we were gonna
just
chit chat about some stories.
yeah, why don't we just chit chat about some stories, about some shit we have done in our lives? You first.
Me first?
Yeah, sure.
How about you first?
Uh,
I seem to remember the last time
yeah.
that you never actually explained the whole sign debacle. You kind of weaved around that.
Oh, that time I tried to steal that no dumping sign?
Yeah, that one,
okay.
and got fined.
Oh yeah, I got caught.
Got charged to replace the sign, and they didn't replace it.
They didn't even replace the sign. I feel like I was owed a sign at that point. I paid for the damn thing. Do I know what cam is in my 289? I have no idea, and that has literally been the most annoying part of having that motor. Because if I don't know what cam is in it, I literally can't do almost anything else to it. As far as like rocker ratios and changing that shit out or anything else. So I have no idea. Piston clear, I know nothing. It's a mystery motor.
How would you go about finding out what kind of a cam?
Well,
Did you have to tear it out, take it
yeah,
out?
you tear it all apart, you take it out, and you hope to God that there's some sort of marking on the actual cam itself. Or you can try to measure it with some fancy tools, like measure it from the lifter or measure it from the actual rocker as it rocks. All things that I don't have access to or do.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Is there like construction going on back there somewhere?
There probably is.
Huh? People build stuff.
Well, yeah.
Or knocking stuff down.
Keeping shit going is what they're doing.
Hopefully.
Probably.
They're not hindering shit from going.
Oh, you sound much of an old car guy. Working on old tractors. Oh, tractors and trucks. What's your favorite muscle motor before 1990? My favorite muscle motor? I mean, probably the most effective muscle motor was the big block Chevy. The Hemi is cool, just for cool's sake, but as far as on the street, unless you supercharge it, it's really kind of a not very great combustion chamber. Because it has no quench. Chevys are garbage. I didn't give the right answer. You cannot tell me the big block Chevy is not the powerhouse of big blocks. I mean, that's literally what they all use.
Oh, I mean, some people have preferences.
Some people have their preferences.
Just like in my world.
Yeah.
Like people prefer Gibson, some people prefer Fender.
What do you prefer?
A guitar that works, much like the car world.
You're in the same boat. You want something that works.
Yeah, just something that operates.
Just something that does
good.
like gets you from point A to point B without much trouble.
I mean, I guess I couldn't really hammer down on what kind of guitar would be my favorite because I like a lot of different styles of music. So then, like certain guitars are better for certain styles.
The motors are okay-ish, but everything else is garbage in my opinion. What? You don't like the Camaro, the 69 Camaro, 70 Chevelle? What other cars did they have that were cool? Chevy. I mean, their C10 trucks were cool. I've seen the Ford 460 put down some big numbers. Oh yeah. I mean, motor is a motor, right? Any motor can put down a big number. It's just the aftermarket support for the big block Chevy and just Chevy in general is outrageous. I mean, you can literally do anything with the Chevy you want to. You can put Hemi heads on the Chevy. I've seen people do that. Just never had one. What other cool Chevy cars were there? Chevelle. Oh, Nova. Oh, I love the 70 Nova. That's actually the car I really wanted, was a Nova before I got that Cutlass. There was one on Facebook Marketplace, but I didn't shoot on it quick enough. Someone stole it. $2,500. Should have got that car. Probably would have worked.
That's my favorite thing about cars, if they work.
If they work. Yeah, they easily have the biggest aftermarket. What is your job? Trying to start a story. Oh, no, it's a... yeah. Got them trying to start the science story. Ends with Novas are pretty awesome. I'm a produce manager at a grocery store. That's pretty much it. I order shit in, put shit up on shelves, and go home. And I get to wear a white shirt and tie. Well, not get to, mandatory white shirt and tie. So then I got lazy of changing out of everything after work, so I just rocked with the white shirt and tie. And a lot of people on YouTube have given me some good compliments about it, so that's just my thing now. That's what I'm known for. Anyway, sign story. All right, no more distractions. So.
Sorry, this is work related.
That's work related?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it a dead body you had to go clean up?
No, it's a customer for my water job.
Do you drive the coolest car there? Pretty much. Yep. Nobody even comes close anymore. Back in the day, there used to be a guy with a 80s Toyota Supra. That was kind of cool. We had a rivalry going on. I told that story last time. When we got caught and had to go to court. Don't get caught. It's not good. It's a win then. It is a win then. So, okay. How old was I? I was what, 15? No. 16. Because I was driving.
That was a little bit after you got your license.
It was a little bit after you got my
16.
license. Yeah. So, I was a young teenager, 16 years old, right? Just got a car, driving around, out in the world. Well, as you do, you all of a sudden get the urge to steal a sign, right? So I got this urge to steal a sign. But I wasn't gutsy enough to go steal like a sign in town, or like a stop sign, like a cool sign. So down a dirt road, off in the middle of nowhere, there was a no dumping sign. So I figured, well, I'm going to jack that sign. That's going to be up on my wall now. So I gathered my friend, Eric. We got a toolbox out of Dad's garage, and we went to go steal this sign. We didn't think this through at all. We wore dark black clothes, but that was about it. So we get to the sign, we open up the toolbox, and we quickly realize we don't have the proper tools to get the sign off the post. Like, we don't have ratchets, we don't have sockets, we just grabbed a random toolbox and left. But we had tin snips. So we thought, okay, well, we'll just cut the sign off the bolts, right? Yeah, it'll be fine, it'll be perfect. So Eric's standing guard watching. I'm chipping away at this sign, which is a lot harder to cut with tin snips, as it's mounted to the pole than you would think it'd be. And all of a sudden, a car is coming down. We're in the middle of nowhere, like dark outside, nighttime, right? we didn't expect cars would be coming down here. That's kind of why we went in the middle of nowhere. So we went and we dug up, we went off into the woods. There were woods all around us. Yeah, tin sniffs. Yes. This was 16-year-old me. Tin sniffs trying to cut the sign off the bolts. So we went down into the weeds. Car drives by. We get up. We start cutting again. Well, another car drives by. It's like, Jesus Christ, what is this? Grand Central Station? Drives by. We're in the weeds. Get up. One more time, trying to cut the sign off. Another car comes. Pretty sure it was the same truck, though. It was a truck. I think it was the same truck that came by the last time. Made a loop. Good day, mate, from home. What did you like about trip flow heads? Got them in my boat. Am I going to sink? No, you will not sink because they are lighter than iron heads, so you won't be weighing the boat down quite as much. Oh, the trick flow heads? You talking about the ones I had on the Cutlass? The twisted wedge trick flow? Hey, Jesse Duke, welcome. Are you talking about my AFRs for the new 302 build, or are you talking about the old trick flows off the Cutlass 406? I'll be waiting for the response. So the same white truck comes back up. We're in the woods again. This time he stops, gets out with a flashlight, right? Starts combing around. And we're like, ah, shit, here we go. But then he stops, he gets back in the truck, and he leaves. And we're like, oh, good, he didn't find us. So we come back up to the sign and quickly realize that the toolbox, bright red toolbox that we left right next to the sign, was now gone. And we were like, son of a bitch took our tools. So it's like, well, shoot, okay. I take my friend home. We called her quits after that. Took my friend home. On the way back home, for whatever reason, I decided to run down that road again. What have I all done to the 302? Right now, it's just, I got the block all machined and it painted and everything up. I got the Edelbrock air gap intake, which is ported. I got the aluminum AFR Renegade 165 cylinder heads, which are also ported. Well, they're CNC ported, but someone else went in there and did a little work to them and put a bigger 202 intake valve in it. I have the stock crank ready to put in it. I don't know if I'm going to put the stock crank in yet. I don't know if I'm going to go stroker or if I'm just going to whip it together. It all depends on how far I'm along during springtime. Oh, my old twisted wedge, hated them. Did not like them. Twisted wedge are good for the small block Ford, but these were, and you can probably still Google them. They were Gen 1 small block Chevy twisted wedge heads.
It's the oldest thing you own.
The Mustang, 65 Mustang. My glasses are glaring. That's the problem with wearing glasses and being
Is it a stock block?
Yeah, just a stock. It's a 80s roller block.
It says, what is the oldest thing you own? It does not have to be a car.
Oh! The oldest thing I own that's not a car.
It doesn't have to be a car.
Well,
Those snowshoes. Things are older than dirt.
Those are older than dirt. Possibly these. Snowshoes. Whose were these?
I'm not sure. I think they're great grandpa's.
Yeah, I think they're great grandpa's snowshoes.
Yeah.
He bought them when they were, what?
50 cents?
Yeah. Well, he used them. Like, these weren't for show back when he bought them. They were actually used.
Well, yeah. Especially in Minnesota, I can see having a pair of those hanging out.
Right? Would I drive a Dodge Coronet if I had to? I'd drive
If you
just
made
about
me.
anything if I had to.
I guess the oldest thing, I own some old instruments. Like I have a fairly old violin that was my great grandfather's, and alto saxophone. I think those are the oldest things that I own.
So I don't like it?
Fairly sure.
Oh, the Dodge Coronet? No, I never said I don't like it. I mean, I don't have any particular fond feelings for it, but I don't dislike them. They're just, I mean, you know, not bad.
I mean, if it ran, I'd drive it. I'd drive
He'd
the
drive
hell
it.
out of it if it ran.
He'd love the fucking thing if it were.
They're just awesome.
They are
What's
just.
that, a ghost? A piece of hair.
Where?
I don't know if something went poof across the screen.
We're being. Get out your what's that called? Geiger meter? What?
Like a Geiger?
I don't know what it is.
The
That-
EMF detector?
Yeah, get that up.
Well, I mean, it's not gonna. There's a whole bunch of electronical crap here. It's
Is
not
that
gonna. It's not gonna
is that
rule
bad?
anything out.
So, anyways, took the friend home, driving back down the same road the sign's on because I wanted to see maybe the guy left my toolbox there, right? Well, no. What was there was a cop sitting there. So I'm like, oh shit, okay. So I just drive by him, nothing suspicious, and the guy turns around and pulls me over, and I'm like, what the hell? How come I'm just driving by? Well, I forgot to mention the fact that I parked the Intrepid literally across the road from the sign that we were attempting to steal.
On the main road.
Yeah, on the main road. I wouldn't go stroker with a stock block. No, why not?
What car were you in?
I was in the Dodge Intrepid.
That's the one he sold to me.
Yeah.
Drove it around until I got a new car, and then he bought it back and then did the derby with it.
Yeah, I entered it into the Derby, which is another story we're going to tell. So I get pulled over. I play it cool, right? The cop comes up, hey, how's it going? I was like, hey, officer, how's it going? You know, here's whatever you need. Yeah, I was just dropping off my friend, on my way home. I thought I was being really good. I thought I was going to get off the hook, right? Nothing suspicious going on here. Well, he pulls me out of the car, brings me back to the trunk, my trunk. He goes into his car, takes out my bright red toolbox with my last name written right on it. Big, last name written right on the toolbox. And goes, is this yours? And I go, yeah.
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 It's mine.
The personal experience they spoke. I mean, I've heard 500 they split. It's really just a case by case basis.
Personal experience around 600.
Yeah, the Ford small block, they have a reputation for splitting down the middle. But some people run them twin turbo with just gobs of horsepower and they last. And other people run them, make 450 and they split. If it breaks in half, I would almost be okay with it because then I could have like a split in half motor sitting in my house. And then I could say, yeah, it was too awesome and it just exploded. Derby, yes, Derby. So we at the fair, we have wasn't a demolition derby.
Let's just say this car has been through a lot.
The car has been through a lot. It was my first car, and I drove it like a jackass. every corner was just 100 miles an hour. Not literally, but I there was train tracks right next to the police station. There was a big hump train track, and I would hit that thing going like 60 miles an hour to jump it because that was cool. Only the 302 and the 351 is good for like 800. Oh, well, I mean that's a 302.
So, I think I should tell a story about the festival since it's
you
the
should
same
because
car.
I want to eat pizza.
Okay, so the Intrepid, after he sold it to me, I took it to a music festival. And it was my first music festival experience, kind of, so I didn't really know what to expect. So I get there. We go through this really long line of cars to get in. I give them my tickets. They tell me to go park in this cornfield. It was a cornfield at one point, right? Perfectly dry, no problem. Get in, get parked, get all my stuff ready, get my tent set up, have a pretty cool couple days, and then, well, it's supposed to be 3 days. But then Dad called me, yelling at me. So then I came home in 2 days.
I didn't know about that part.
Yeah, I was supposed to actually be there a whole nother day.
Hmm.
And so, I mean, that day that I was going to pack up and leave, it started raining like really early in the morning. So I figured I'd try to wait out the rain. Well, it was getting close to noon, rained all morning. So I was like, all right, well, I got to pack up. Packed everything up, got everything to the car. Go to get out of the parking lot, which is at this point, remember, cornfield, rained all day. It was basically just a giant mud pit at this point. There were cars stuck up to the windows in mud. That's how much rain there was and mud all over the place. Needless to say, I got stuck. So I noticed this guy with a tractor, must have been there, owned the land or whatever. So he's pulling people out. So I was like, hey, you pull me out just quick? He's like, sure, for $150. I was like, what? What kind of scam is this?
He was waiting for
Like
that rain to come.
they planned it like this. They knew it was gonna rain. I happen to think if it didn't rain, they'd have probably grabbed a hose and soaked this mother. Just to like make bank off of pulling people out of the mud.
Did you look at him and just go, does this look like I have $150?
Needless to say, I didn't have $150 on me. So, but I did have a group of people I showed up with. So I went back and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't have any money. This guy says he wants $150 to pull me out of his muddy field. So they're like, I don't think so. So we got like 6 people, pushed my car the hell out of there. And then like I drove by him and he was like, whoa. And I just gave him the finger. I'm like, fuck you people. That's horrible. Like, why would you do that to somebody?
I forgot that was that car. You used
that was the Intrepid, yeah.
Yeah, that was the Intrepid. You never got those what was it, floor mats back. You tried floor mats.
Yeah, I took the floor mats out and I tried like wedging them underneath the car, but that didn't work at all. Just slipped right out, shot across the field into somebody else's car probably.
It might have helped them out.
There probably still mud stains in that car to this day because I had both the windows open trying to see what the heck I was doing.
Yeah.
So that was a good experience. I mean, first time I ever went mudding in a car. And then I sold it back to this guy.
Yeah.
Change up the lighting a bit yet?
Did I change up the lighting a bit? You mean from last time? Oh, we are a whole new operation this time around. We're like
I just got here, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, he has no idea what's going on. I mean, we have a closer view so you can actually see us potentially. I don't know if he asked if we did change up the lights or if he wants us to change up the lights. I'm just
Not
gonna
sure.
assume.
Do you want the lights changed? You don't. You want me to darken it a little bit? Are we too clear?
Yeah, like
All this might be scary to some people. I don't know.
it scares me.
Well, yeah, you're a baby though, so this kid's scared of his own shadow. I've seen it.
It's not around here, is it?
Oh, I don't think so. I think you're safe for now.
Whew. Thank God. So yeah, no, I sold it to him. Then me and the same friend that I tried stealing the sign with, the best friend there, we decided we wanted to enter the well, what is it? It's a derby, but it's not. It's like a mud race at the fairgrounds during the fair. Um, so they got this big track. It's all dirt. It's all mud. They got this big kind of jumps and shit. And I thought, I want to do that. That sounds like fun, but we need a car to do it with. So he got a new car just recently, and I go up to him and say, "Hey, I'll buy that Intrepid back off you because we want to use it as a derby car." And he goes, "Okay." So I buy back the car. We store it over at the friend's house because he lived on like a hobby farm, so he had lots of room. And we had like 3 months to get this car prepped and ready for the race. So 2 days before the race, we start working on the car.
Procrastinating.
Yes. We needed to bust the windows out, all the windows. We needed to weld a roll cage. We needed to remove the bumper in order to weld on like a chain so they can pull you off. Inevitably, when you fail, you have something to pull you with. I mean, gut the whole interior. We had to make this car no longer a car and more of just an instrument of pure chaos. And like, try not to die in it. So in 2 days, we frantically get this car. I mean, we painted it up. I have a video of it somewhere, but I don't know where. If I can ever find that video, it's going up on YouTube because it's hilarious. We get the car. The buddy drives it first. He lines up at the starting line. It's got him. It's got like this giant van. It's got a couple other cars, and they're going up a big ramp first, like at the beginning of the race. So we're excited, we're ready to go. I'm filming, I got the little camera filming away. They start it, they go up the hill, the van knocks into him, and he ramps off the hill and rolls the car down the hill. And luckily it landed on its wheels. And it's like, we're out of it already. I mean, the hood was smashed. We couldn't open the hood anymore. It was... But it still ran. And we were like, okay, maybe we still got a shot, No! Oh, I'm sorry. I messed up that story. That was the second time around. The first time around, I actually drove it during the practice lap. I drove it during the practice lap where you're supposed to feel out the track. Well, I didn't feel out nothing. I just went out there and I ran it. And I T-boned a guy right on his driver's side door and crumpled the hood up. That's when the hood no longer closed. Actually, when he rolled it down the hill, it uncrumpled the hood so we could open it up again. So he fixed that. Yeah, I T-boned a guy during the practice lap. That was a good start. So I went, he went. The car has been through a lot at this point. So then I go again, the second time or the third time out, and I'm actually driving the course, actually doing okay. All of a sudden we go up one little hump, I get some air, I come back down, destroys the fuel pump. There's no more gas getting up to the motor. And at that point we were done. We took this car 3 times, and all 3 times within the first few minutes of lapse, we destroy it. And I think we sold it to someone at that track, and we just walked away from it. Actually, getting it there was hilarious too. Like everybody else had nice trailers that they trailered the car in on, you know, the pits. Least favorite car of any year. I'll have to think about that for a second.
All of them that don't work right.
Yeah, he doesn't like cars that don't work right. So everybody else trailered their car in because it was no longer street legal. There were no lights, there were no nothing, right? There was literally nothing in this car that makes it legal anymore. Well, we didn't have fancy trailers, so we drove the car on public streets to the fairgrounds. Did you know that? We drove the fucking big sign, you know, big
Everybody
number on the
was looking
top.
at you all weird because you had driving the car in there that we're competing with.
Oh yeah, the fucking guy. We get up there, and the guy's like, "Going to the Bajas?" We just look at him and go, "Yeah." It's like that way. It's like, no, we just came to fucking get, you know, just came for the cheese curds. Like, what the fuck do you think we're here for? I'm with him. So, least favorite car. I don't know what my least favorite car would be. I don't have any cars that I distinctly hate. I just have cars that doesn't do anything for me. I don't know about that one. I don't know of a car that I like any less than any other car that I don't find cool. Does that make any sense? Like, there's a level, and the bare minimum level is where like 90% of cars are, and then there's a level above where I think they're cool, and then obviously other levels above that.
Your favorite? If you have one of.
I never got into diesels much.
Car is
Dodge
Neon. Yeah, that's like it's a death trap.
Well, I'll tell you what my favorite car is. That brand new Mach E electric Mustang.
Oh, get over yourself. Chunking everywhere. This is Dodge Neon. I feel like if you tap like anything, like if you hit anything with it, the car's gonna fall apart. Electric. Yeah, I know, right? He's been on this whole thing for like.
I made a video. You know, here's the. I hope you're just. Hey, how's it going, Junkyard Necromancer? He's in the house. No, so here's the problem.
He's joking. He didn't sell his Mustang. He's not going to get it. He can't afford a new electric Mustang anyways. Who the hell can?
No. Here's
bunch of bull.
Here's the problem with YouTube, right? The videos that you personally like the best and think are like works of art, you know, genius videos, those are the ones that never get any views. And the videos that you just kind of whip together and send out there, like half-assed and with like things that aren't exactly 100% thought through, like words or wearing something. Like I had a scarf in one of them. That was a terrible idea because it was cold out. So I made a video because I wanted to mock electric vehicles, right? I made a video. I think it's titled like Mach E Mustang. That's how it works on my channel too, right? I made this video. I laughed my ass off the entire time I made this video because I started the video saying, you know, I'm usually kind of and then I have like a whole clip of the Cutlass idling and burnouts and everything. Yeah, that kind of guy. But I was that kind of guy until I heard this most amazing thing ever, blah, 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 you know, droned on about it. Then I put up a picture of a Mach E Mustang. Mustang, right? Just a picture, just silent, because electric vehicles are silent. Just silent picture for like 10 seconds. Then I go, oh, that was the most amazing sound I've ever heard. Then I look at the camera and go, oh, sorry, that was paused. Let's actually listen to it. So then I just put up the same picture, except I have a little play icon in the corner to make fun of the fact that they don't sound like anything. How do you feel about Pontiac GTO being designed in it's a two-door Holden. We use the four-door for taxiing. I didn't realize that it was designed in Oz, Down Under. Well, apparently the GTO was designed in Oz. I didn't know that. Aussie Down Under, Australia.
Makes sense.
Apparently it's a Holden down there.
The car's name's a
Pretty
Holden?
good joke. I like to. What? Did you watch the video? Not too many people saw that video. I thought that was
Least
hilarious.
favorite thing about your Mustang?
It doesn't make enough power yet. So, if you go back to like the beginning of the summer, you'll really see this thing was just a dog at the beginning of the summer. Because they had 280 gears, open diff, the 289, which makes 190 horsepower, 320 foot-pounds of torque. I had it dynoed a long time ago. I don't even know if it makes that anymore. Or if it might make more since I've worked on it. Uh-oh, I gotta catch up. I figured it was the open diff. No, see, I'm okay with the open diff. How will you fix that? The 302 build I'm doing. I saw the video, it was great. See? I told you! That video was hilarious. Yeah, Jesse Duke saw it too. Those are the true fans. Not fans. Viewers. Just guys who like to hang out with us.
That's Jim, isn't it?
Jim? Yeah.
Jim on the Jesse Duke channel?
Yeah, I think it is.
That's what it was last time, I think.
That's what it was last time.
I'm pretty sure. That's good.
Oh.
I'm getting old and forgetting stuff, so.
Right? So how I'm gonna fix that with these is how I'm gonna fix that. So, RM. IROC Z, least favorite. The open diff trick he does that work on every launch or only sometimes? It works on 95% of all my launches now. And I even showed it on a couple of the videos. These are not perfect terrain either. Like I have dusty terrain, like gravelly terrain that I've done it on. I've done it on nice smooth terrain. It leaves 2 marks every time now. And I thought that was, I really enjoyed doing that because it's kind of cool to work with things that aren't supposed to work. Like the open diff.
No.
No?
Things are supposed to work.
Things are supposed to work, but puts that on lap. Oh, dude, you have no idea the assortment of the parts I have around here just in case. These are nice heads too. These are my aluminum AFR 165. I don't know what they are anymore though. They're probably not 165s anymore since someone came in here and actually did stuff on them. 202 intake valves. Yeah, that's...
Just for retrospect, he's got an engine right there.
What?
2 tires with the air filter.
Mickey Thompson
Another
tires.
engine over there.
Kragers.
A whole shelf that I built.
Yeah.
Full of tools.
I have
stuff.
I have a Cleveland cylinder head and a E7 cylinder head just right there.
What is that? A spice rack?
Where?
That wooden thing. Or no, that's a piece of an engine too.
Yeah, that's a cylinder head.
So he basically lives amongst car parts.
I do. Because that's the kind of world I want to live in.
I'm not even going to go check, but it is probably stuff strewn up and he sleeps with in his bed.
I have the hood in there. The teardrop hood.
Told you.
Sounds about perfect, right? Video about the heads as well. inspired me to film a video. Oh, okay. Nice. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, I mean, I had all three just kind of sitting there. And I'm like, yeah, this might be interesting to see. What's it like building an engine in your living room? It is very convenient. I can sit down on a nice comfy couch. I can like do both things together and watch The Price is Right all at the same time. When you run out of storage, you can start putting stuff in the house. The house is my storage because my garage is so dinky the car barely fits in it, and it's cold out there. All right, you gotta imagine, we're in Minnesota. Right now it's like 33 degrees outside, which feels really warm to us.
Oh God, it's a heat wave.
It was like partially raining. I saw liquid water for the first time.
That's why it's so icy on the way over here.
Yeah, that's because it got dark and it froze again.
Yesterday,
Any
and the
tips
day
for
before
engine
that,
rebuild?
it was 6 degrees for a high.
Yeah.
Which is great. If you want to freeze.
I actually did a video on how to build an engine in your house. It's on my channel somewhere. Any tips for engine rebuild? Organization. You need a place to put everything. You need certain, you got to keep parts separate. These are done parts. These are parts that need to be clean. These are parts that need to be like honed,
I don't understand Fahrenheit. You're more of a Celsius kind of guy, aren't you?
Oh, he's probably, yeah, he's down in Aussie. Okay. Oh, shoot. What's,
okay.
32
that makes sense.
32. Okay, so 32
metric
degrees.
system.
Yeah, the wrong system. 32 degrees is 0 in Celsius, right? So right now it's like hovering around 0, and that's warm to us.
I think you add like, I don't remember.
Isn't it? I could.
No. You take whatever the Celsius is, you times it by 2 and add like 8 to it. Something like that.
Oh shit. We got one guy who doesn't understand Celsius. We got one guy who doesn't understand Fahrenheit. Alright, so it's like,
Tell you what.
it's 3 Kelvin
Google
out there.
it. Use the Google machine and Google it with your Googlies.
As a matter of fact, do this.
I have no idea how Celsius works. There's a
You don't need to know. Just learn Fahrenheit.
in retrospect, like
No,
I only really use like Fahrenheit and Celsius, but there's a crap ton of other like measurements for temperature.
Yeah, I mean, there's universal temperatures like Kelvin.
Yeah.
Like 0 Kelvin is absolute 0.
Yeah, that's usually like.
But I could have
Kind
swore
of
Celsius, 0 for Celsius is the freezing point of water. I could have swore that's how they measured it. They took the freezing point of water.
But I don't know. It's been a long time.
Do I watch dudes with wrenches? I have not watched dudes with wrenches. I've heard of them. I just haven't watched them
I've
yet.
seen a couple guys and they were carrying wrenches.
I have a wrench over there. I'm kind of a dude.
Might not count.
That doesn't count?
Shit. You should probably look that up.
Should I just start putting other things up on my lap? They seem to like it when I put the cylinder head up there. This is my favorite part of the motor, by the way. Look at this. Beautiful. Isn't that? That's how I found you? Oh, okay. I'll have to look up dudes with wrenches. Sounds like a cool guy. He's just a dude with a couple of wrenches. He might have a 10mm wrench.
Probably.
How come the 10mm wrenches don't get lost as much as the sockets? They just use more? 69.
It's because it's the smallest socket that usually comes in a standard set.
They're all gone.
There's this little
I have
fairy,
not checked
right?
out 69J. Like, I only have like.
No.
I'm sorry. Okay.
There's this little gremlin. His name's McRatchet.
McRatchet.
And
Sounds Irish.
if you're not careful, he'll come in and take every single 10mm socket you have. That's the only one that fits on his wrench.
Ah, see?
Ice at 0.
Yeah, I told you.
Boils to steam at.
I do have a lot of stickers on these heads.
It's 28 degrees Celsius
in Texas today.
F and C are the same at -40.
So when it is we do get -40 here.
Yeah.
So at least then when that happens, I'll know.
Well, yeah, the
Celsius.
actual temperature -40, and then you got the wind chill.
Well, yeah, we get wind
feels
chill,
like
too.
-307.
That's not exaggerating.
Your nose will fall off in 10 seconds.
I think stickers are a lost art of hot rodding. I really do. Stickers add horsepower. I don't know if you knew this. They add horsepower so long as the stickers came in the box with the parts inside.
No.
That's the part people seem to miss.
I hate to like nitpick here, but hold that up again.
All right. What's up?
Does anybody see what sticker he doesn't have on there? What sticker is he missing? I mean,
there wasn't enough room.
There wasn't enough room?
Wasn't enough room.
You don't have your own
for this fucking bad boy. Look at that. That was
right.
That was a good segue.
Merchandise.
Prototype sticker. Oh, jeez. It's shiny and people can't see it. Oh. Okay, here we go. Possibly. There's a lag, so.
Do you watch?
There you go. That is the prototype New Guys Garage sticker. Okay. Vice Grip Garage. Uncle Tony's Garage. Unity Motorsports Garage. I watch David Vizard. He's a wealth of knowledge and is a cherished human being. What other channels do I watch? I mean, I don't really have a whole lot of time to watch anything anymore because now I'm actually making things. So that kind of takes time away. Jags. Yeah, Jag sticker would be good. Other automotive channels I watch. Richard Holdner. Whenever he comes out with something, I kind of watch that. I used to watch Motor Trend when they actually posted YouTube stuff.
He's an Aussie too.
Where? Oh, sweet.
Not Texas, like you said.
Oh.
So you got his place of living wrong.
When did I say you lived in Texas?
You said Taree, Texas. That is that's terrible.
Oh.
I apologize. He's not the most intricate geologist ever.
I have to wear glasses, but the light reflects off the glasses, making me... I mean, not that I looked good to begin with, but just a glaring light off my eyes just doesn't do anything for me either. If you comment on the channel Logan did it, he will be pleasantly surprised.
Well, I better write that down.
Logan did it. If I comment, why would he be surprised if a lowly grunt like me comments on one of his videos?
Is he a fan of New Guy Garage?
I don't know if I want to say fan. What is it, Logan?
What are you?
Is Logan Did It the actual channel name?
And Motor Trend was great. And it wasn't 5-minute snippets of TV shows.
Yeah. I mean, I do have the Motor Trend subscription, obviously, because Engine Masters is just knowledge that you can't really... Like, with me, working with engines, I learn a lot of things by watching Engine Masters. Not necessarily only things that they want you to try to learn, or rather, like, I can take all of their videos and kind of piece things together myself, and that's kind of where a few of the latest videos came from. Because I use their, like, graphs and stuff, like, just snapshot them to try to make my point clear. Because a lot of people... A lot of people on my header video, which is the #1 video, like long version video on my channel, a lot of people on this claimed baloney about the actual collector extension. Collector extensions! You know, this preferably 18 inches. That makes power. That kills torque. Power, kill. Power, kill. Get it? I mean, but a lot of people claim baloney on that. So I wish that I had shown actual graphs in that video so people could be like, oh, yeah, he's actually got proof, not just saying these things. Dude has parts stored in his house. Well, of course I do. Endless amounts of parts.
You have no idea.
You have no idea the amount of parts.
I'm literally looking at a house full of car parts everywhere.
But you know what? That I should do a video on that in of itself. If you're gonna be a car guy, you have to have just stockpiles of stuff lying around. Because anytime you need anything, you have to just be able to reach somewhere and grab it. Like, how many times have, well, I don't know if you have, but I've been out in Dad's garage and I needed just a bolt and a nut or a piece of metal or something to form into shit. You just need like loose buckets full of just crap that you can like take and mold and do what you need to do with it.
Kaya?
Hey, it's been fun having you. See ya.
I have to. Oh.
Yeah, he's gotta go. Hey, thanks for showing up, guy. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Thanks for being active in the chats.
Yes,
Appreciate it.
How many people we got anyway?
I don't know. It's a really nice indoor.
12. Nice. Uh-oh.
What did you do?
I don't.
You messed it up.
I'm gonna stop touching things.
Now I can't. Okay.
It's really nice indoor garage you got there.
You got there.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, when it gets cold, you gotta bring your
Oh, that's what I was
cold
saying.
stuff inside.
Yeah, it's cold here, so I can't work outside in the garage at all during the winter. It's inhabitable for any living being to be out there.
I mean, you know, like if they're cold, or if you're cold, they're probably cold. So you better bring them in.
Yeah, well, yeah. See, and really, you don't want to work on stuff when it's ice cold because it gets brittler and shit. Yeah.
Next step is car in the living room. Yeah, we can make that work.
We could probably fit a Beetle or a Mini in here.
Yeah. You still got that seat?
Oh yeah, I still got that. That's not in here though.
We should bring that.
I should
bring your
we
seat.
should bring that in here.
Sitting on
we should have been sitting. I completely forgot about that.
the setup here.
I completely forgot about that.
He's got a bench seat from a. What is it from?
That was from
Van?
a Grand Caravan. Okay, that wasn't no.
He's got a bench seat out of a van.
There was no town and country. This was the upper echelon model. Yeah, I just got that seat back because it makes a really good couch. You know, you just fold her down.
You don't have anything to sit on.
Yeah, it's padded. It's comfy. I should bring that in here. I really should. I really should bring that in here. That's a great idea. What other stories we got to tell? There was another story you were supposed to tell. Oh, tell them. Let's tell them about when we were. Oh, here we go. Indiana, not much warmer. We only heat the bathrooms to prevent water from freezing. 3 blankets makes a warm mattress. Yeah,
That is true.
Yeah.
Of course, I'd still probably use half a blanket. I run hot.
Yeah, you run hot.
Yeah.
Let's tell them about when we
6 fans on me at night.
took your car into the advanced auto place.
I have to relive this.
You should relive that.
Okay. So, like, I was driving my son over to his mother's house. And so I get there. And then all of a sudden, as soon as I park, every light on my car dash comes on. The car just shuts off.
Yeah.
Like, I try starting it, and then it says low engine power mode activated or something like that. Excellent garage furniture.
So Jesse Duke gets it.
Yeah.
We're on the same wavelength.
We can't figure out what's going on. I don't know what's going on. So we
What was the
tow
car? It's the one you're still
the one
driving.
I'm out. Yeah, that's outside right now.
2006 Pontiac Grand Prix. Yeah, 2006 Pontiac Grand Prix.
Yeah.
3.8 motor.
But and then after that, you could start it up for like a couple minutes. But if you started like going at all, it'd activate low power mode and shut the engine down. So we flat towed it to the advanced auto repair place.
While it was freezing, by the way.
Well, yeah, it was really, really cold. But we get there, and like
through town.
It was right before they close. And I'm like, I'm here dropping off a car. I have an appointment. The guy looks at me dead in the face, didn't even look at his computer, didn't look at his little notebook, said, "No, you don't." I was like, "What? There's an appointment." My dad called, made an appointment because I was at work, but we got it here before it closed. "Nope, you don't have an appointment." And I was like, "Well, look it up." I showed him the message my dad sent me on Facebook Messenger. He's like, "Well, I don't know unless he talked to Adam or somebody else that's not here." I was like, "Well, you have a computer sitting in front of you.
Let's just say
you have a notebook sitting in front of you with a bunch of dates in it. That might be appointments, right? Maybe you should look at that and then maybe tell me what's going on." "Well, I don't see anything in the computer." It's like, "Well, check your date book right in front of you." "Oh, what's his name?" "My dad's name is Terry." "Oh, okay, yeah, he did. It's for tomorrow." I was like, I thought the dude said on the phone I could drop it off today. "Oh, you're just dropping it off?" "Yeah. I came 10 seconds before you close, and I'm expecting you to look at it and fix my car." "No. Yes, it's for tomorrow. I completely understand that. Shut your attitude fucking down."
Well, expecting him to fix the car was a big mistake too.
And then we go out, we tow it, park it where he wants it, and then I go back in and I'm like, "Listen, you're very, very rude for, somebody dropping off a car. Next time you could look in your little book first before you start making accusations about, no, there's no appointments." So then we leave. I was kind of peeved off, but whatever. Like, my car's dropped off. We get a call from them, like, I think whenever they looked at it, I think it's the next day, whatever. "Well, there's nothing wrong with it at all. They couldn't figure out anything. It works just fine." So then my dad goes and picks it up. He puts some gas in it, makes it a block away, and it does the same thing. So, like, what did you do? Did you get in it, drive it around your parking lot, which is like about the size of this living room, and then say, "No, I can't figure out anything.
Holy shit, it works just fine.
What is wrong with this? This is purring like a kitten."
Well, this is a good enough test drive. I moved it from there to there.
It's like they literally did nothing and called Dad and was like,
"Oh,
it's done.
It's done.
I'm not going to charge you." "Well, that's good because you didn't do shit."
Yeah, it's like, well, I wouldn't expect you to charge me for fucking storage fees, basically all you did.
Turns out it was the map sensor. The map sensor made the whole car go nuts.
So that's why I don't
Just
like
crazy.
sensors. I don't like sensors at all.
But I had to take it to an actual mechanic. The dude, he was at this place called Motors and More. They sell cars and work on cars there.
Yeah, he's got a Napa auto shop there.
Yeah, I mean, this dude, I don't think it took him too long to figure it out, but it just took him a while to get back because he was so busy to call Dad. But yeah, he figured it out almost right away. Whereas this other place, if they even looked at it, I have serious doubts about their mechanical capabilities, or if they're even certified for anything besides looking up videos on YouTube.
Well, and see, and that's what we did. Like, we attempted to fix the
We
thing.
got further than they did
Yeah,
on
they did.
trying to diagnose it.
I mean,
like
we
what was wrong.
Googled the shit out. We changed the coolant temp sensor. which is a pain in the ass if you don't remove the exhaust manifolds, which we did not. We changed. I mean, we were looking at the back fucking gas cap thing. I mean, there was a plethora of things that could have led to the same.
Change the mass airflow sensor because they said that could do it.
Yeah,
There's a bunch of stuff that we swapped out, and we were getting closer, but you would have probably needed like an actual like.
I mean, we went to O'Reilly's, got the codes. That didn't fucking help us at all.
I think you'd need the popped up version where you turn it on and it shows you the what's all going on and what the computer's saying.
We would have eventually fixed it, but here's the problem. These sensors are not fucking cheap. No. The sensors are like $40-$50 a pop.
It was $70 for the mass airflow sensor.
Yeah. We literally could not afford to keep trial and erroring this problem around sensor to sensor. That's why
you could end up spending, $1,200 on, all the sensors, or $300 having a repair guy figure it out.
Who has scan diagnostic tools to actually figure it out.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
so that normally I would have liked to try to sit there and figure it out myself, but at that point I did not have enough cash.
Yeah.
But that made me realize that some people are just out to get you. Like, they didn't even look at the car. Or if they did, like I said, they have a bunch of people working there that knows nothing about anything.
Well,
that was really, really. I'm still, now that you brought that up, I'm upset again, and
you're upset over this whole scenario. Well, like I brought
not only did that guy treat me like an asshole.
Well, I mean, granted, yeah.
I mean, maybe I can be an asshole,
right?
But he didn't know that at the time, and there's no reason to just assume that right away.
That's profiling. Doesn't matter if he was correct.
Profiling is wrong.
Well, like, okay, here, I took the Cutlass then. When I couldn't figure out what was wrong with the Cutlass, the first project on the channel, and I took it into like 3 different shops. You know what the shops did? Every shop said, oh, your distributor's in 180 degrees out. 180 it, give it back, it still doesn't work. Take it to that shop, oh, it's 180 out. So they put it back to where it used to be, charge me money, get it back, still don't work. Take it to another shop, well, this is 180 out. It's like, and then I sold it, and he took it to a shop, and what'd that shop do? Oh, well, it's 180 out. It's like, how many times did you 180 out the distributor before you realized, well, that ain't the problem? Which, the problem was the cylinder heads themselves. The Gen 1 trick flow, they were canted valve heads. They had a 17-degree, I think it was 17-degree intake valve. And that did not match the geometry of the rocker arms. Hindsight, I know what was wrong with it. It broke valve springs every time. That's what the problem was. Every time I romped on it, it broke a valve spring. That's probably what the problem was. Because we fixed one valve spring and it worked fine for a while until I brought it over to your place, took Leland, did a big burnout. Then I took you, did a burnout, and then it broke. I guarantee you it probably broke another valve spring because the angles were not, and that their heads were known for that. That's why they discontinued the Gen 1 and they reinstated the Gen 2 with a different valve angle. Oh, he's late. What the heck? No, you're fine, guy. Anyways,
what's your take on a nice fuel?
We're going to build on a Ford Chevy small block. I mean, fuel efficiency is probably needed nowadays, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't.
Here's my take on fuel efficiency. Oh, okay. Wait. Sounds like some terrible heads. They were. Look them up. They have a bad reputation because they machined it so the actual angles were not conducive. I mean, it side-loaded the valves. When I first got the heads, the valves, you could literally take them in the seat and they would just dink, 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 because they wallow out the valve guides. Terrible because they're side-loading and it's bad. I bought a book on Ford fuel injection, $50, and it helped me make a well-informed guess on the problem. And it took me to a garage and it would have cost about $1,000 to fix. $27 problem. Oh yeah. See, I'm not in with the technology and the mapping out wires. That's why I work on older stuff, because that's the only stuff I can actually comprehend. Fuel efficiency. Okay, everything that you would do to make power to like build a race engine is essentially the same things you would do to achieve good fuel efficiency. The only difference is you don't pour as much gas and air into it. You see what I mean? Like lightening up the rotating assembly, getting rid of parasitic loss, making efficient, good flowing head. All that stuff is going to end up making good fuel efficiency so long as you don't pour the gasoline into it. I mean, obviously don't like hog out the intake runners and like make it super racy, but things like eliminating parasitic losses throughout the valve train and like tires, running narrower tires, that's good for fuel efficiency too. That's why I took the giant meats off the Mustang in the beginning.
Your traction bars, Summit brand.
Lakewood slapper bars. Come out with any new music for the channel yet? Well, we got music on the second channel. It's an individual channel, New Guy's Guitar. We're going to start filming actual live things. We're still getting it ready. But there's going to be a lot of like, you know how I'm engine tech and stuff? He's going to be like music tech and stuff. Like guitars, tuning, and all the things I know absolutely nothing about.
Yeah, like maybe some like song reviews and
yeah,
I think it'd be pretty cool if you're into the music type stuff. So
why don't you give them a background on why you would be an informed informant on such topics?
I play music. I don't know what you want to know.
Well, I don't know. Didn't you
play
play
guitar
any
for
big shows or anything?
I played a lot of big shows. Played like 10,000 people arenas.
Pretty cool. You lost your pick.
That's where I usually put it to keep it there.
See?
My daughter started doing that. Now I just copy her.
That's a video in the making right here. These are tech tips you'll never get anywhere else.
The only thing about storing a good pick in your guitar hole is you have to be proficient at getting it out. So if it takes you 20 minutes to get it out, it's not really worth it.
Is there a demo?
Not really.
You gonna demo this in action? Is there a trick to this?
There is a trick.
Okay.
What you want to do is you want to get it lined up.
So you gotta locate it.
Right. Yes. It's very hard to see inside of it. There. Oh. So you basically get it lined up with the hole, then shake it a bunch.
What's the funniest thing I've done on snow? Okay.
Oh.
I got one. It's not the one you're thinking of, I don't think.
I got one too.
Okay.
I didn't do it only on snow. It was on a frozen lake with snow on it.
Combination of upgrades will always have good fuel economy as long as you don't smash the gas through the foot. Yeah. Actually, if you want before we tell the snow stories, if you want to like have an actual gauge that will tell you kind of what your fuel economy is, do a vacuum gauge. If you are put a vacuum gauge in your car and have it your mission to keep as high vacuum as you can. If you notice and you just push down the gas pedal, the vacuum's going to go all the way to 0. But if you just lightly, gradually go, the vacuum will stay kind of, right? So you can use that to measure exactly how fuel efficient you're being. And that's a good trick. Okay, so the funniest story, when I first got my first ever truck, it was an S10, 95 S10, Z something edition, right? It was lifted. It was a nice truck. I missed that truck. Well, it was the first time I ever owned anything with 4-wheel drive. It was directly after the Intrepid. And, well, we wanted, me and Eric, guy who, buddy, we wanted to figure out how to get the, we wanted to go test it out in the snow, test out the 4-wheel drive. Yeah, I got a 4-wheel drive truck now. I mean, clearly I'm invincible in the snow. So we're going, and he's out, he's watching, and then I'm out and I'm watching, and we're just going up through all these snowbanks and stuff, just tearing.
Hey, if you're out and he's out, then who's driving the car?
Well, it was actually possessed, probably by that spirit we saw earlier. Vacuum gauge. Vacuum gauge is a magical device that will tell you all kinds of stuff about your engine if you know how to use it. So, God, I got a lot of funny stories about snow. Anyways, I'll finish this one. So, we wanted to figure out how to put it in 4-low. Because it was like push button and stuff, So we were trying to figure out how to put it in 4-low. So I pull off to the side in the snow, and we sit there reading the manual, right? In the glove box, reading the manual, until we realized, oh, okay. So you put it in neutral, push the button, then it'll go in 4-low. So we did that. We're like, all right, let's go test this out now. While we were sitting there, the truck sank in the snow, and we were bottomed out. We were stuck. we spent all this time trying to get it into 4-low, and all that time we just got the truck just inevitably stuck. And it was kind of off on a cliff too. So we were trying to get it out, and it was just kind of ever slowly sliding down the cliff. Until one guy came up and he kind of helped us out, pushing and getting it out. But I thought that was pretty funny. We got the damn thing stuck by sitting there trying to figure out how to put it in 4-low. Alright, you tell yours.
Okay. So one time, best live stream ever. Oh yeah, guitars and stories and pizza. We got pizza too.
We got pizza and cylinder heads.
Yeah.
I don't know where you'd find a better live than this, really.
And a Santa hat.
Well, it's December.
I showed up and he had it on.
We gotta be festive.
Festive.
'Tis the season. I could sing Christmas carols.
So, me and a friend of mine named Derwin. This is the kind of guy Derwin is. He worked in the paint department at Menards, right? And he worked with a black guy in the paint department. And one day...
African American. Valued member of the society.
No. He's not from Africa. He was born in the United States. Elon Musk is actually an African American. If you can believe that. I do. That's where he's from.
Demonetized. YouTube shut me down.
Look, we haven't got any notifications yet. So, anyways, the paint department. He was like one of the coolest kids that I knew. The black guy. Derwin was okay too. But Derwin color matched his skin. So you could take in samples and color match them, right? So he color matched his skin, and he took it up to the black guy, and he's like, "Look at here, Jamal. I'm blacker than you are."
Oh my God.
So that's the kind of guy Derwin is. Okay, so he had this extra rocking chair that he wanted to get rid of. and we happened to be driving it around with it in the back of his Suburban, right? So, like, little did I know what the plan was. I just got in and, okay, yeah, let's go do this. So he takes me up to North Long Lake,
Mm-hmm.
and we drive onto the lake.
Okay.
We put the reclining chair on the ice, and then we lit it on fire, and then drove away really fast. So then when we drove by, like we drove by twice,
Okay.
and it looked like there was a fish house on fire. No, I was kind of just
a dick thing to do.
I was along for the ride, all right? Is that a Gibson? Do you like tenor? Skillet liquors? What?
I'm gonna assume Gibson's a guitar brand.
This one's a Fender. Like, this isn't a Gibson. I wish. Gibsons are nice.
Well, you like Gibsons better than Fenders?
Like I said, for some stuff, like acoustic wise, I'd probably like a Martin.
Okay. Who's he?
Yeah, he's long dead, but he made really good acoustic guitars.
Oh, fair enough.
I don't know. If I was going to play like hard rock, I'd probably want to use a Gibson, either Les Paul or SG.
I'm just gonna
blues,
swap out the parts every once in a while.
Blues, I'd go for a nice Fender Stratocaster. Like if I wanted a little bit more twang to the blues, I'd probably use a Telecaster. Actually, a lot of like hard rock metal nowadays, I'd probably go with like a Ibanez or a Jackson, something along those lines. Like I said, it all depends on what you kind of want to play. Like if you into hard rock, then I'd go like Ibanez. If you're into something that plays like pretty much everything fairly decently, like what's PRS would be a good guitar to go with. Other than that, yeah.
I'm trying to remember the other snow story I had. I don't remember what it was though.
About when you got stuck and I came and got you.
Well, that's a good one. Okay. So we had this state forest road that it was spring, right? The snow should have been melted by now. So it's this windy little dirt road, big hills up and down everything, right? So I'm driving the town and country. It was the Grand Caravan at that time. Driving the Grand Caravan, me and the kiddo, down the road because, that's something to do. Well, it turned out to be kind of snowier than I thought it was going to be. But there's not enough room to like turn around or anything, so I just powered through. Big mistake, because I got to a point that the snow got so deep I got stuck. And I wasn't alone. There were 5 cars ahead of me, all stuck right in this one spot. Like, we were literally like flies on fucking, that sticky paper shit that was us in the snow. So I was good and stuck. I got out, I tried pushing, I got the kiddo in the car, right? And she's only like 3 at the time. It was cold, spring cold in Minnesota. So I'm trying, I'm just sinking, I'm just burying myself. Well, Duramax comes by. Big lifted giant Duramax, giant 20-inch wheels, rims with low profile tires, which I don't understand on a truck, but okay. He comes through, big diesel, just trying to blaze a trail through here. And I'm like, hey, could you try to get me unstuck? So he tries to get me unstuck for like a minute. And then he gives up and then tries to go get somebody else unstuck. I'm like, well, that was a waste of time. Big fucking lifted truck, can't even get my Grand Caravan unstuck. So I call him up. So he, is on his way. He stops at the parents' house, grabs our dad's truck. It was a Dodge Ram. was a newer Dodge Ram. Like 2012 maybe? I don't know. It was something like that. 2015, 14, 16. I don't know what it was. It was new. Everything new is just new to me. So he brings it down the windy road, and
halfway there, I run into somebody who is backing out. Just never a good sign. I mean, it's a tiny little road,
yeah.
but if you can't have enough room to turn around because there's too much snow on either side, and I was like, I'm in my dad's truck,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm not backing all the way out of this thing. So I pull off into the snow, like literally just into the giant pile of snow to let this guy back. So he gets around me. I kind of ask him, what did you see down there? What's going on? I'm trying to go get somebody stuck. He says, I didn't make it. I made it. I literally made it up to those trees, which is like 20 feet away from where we were. And then I was like, nope, we're not. I can't. It's like, okay, well, thanks for nothing. Hopefully you get out of here. So then he makes his way back, and I just right out of the snow, because, I mean, I'm not a retard, so I know how to drive in the snow.
Well, yeah, four-wheel drive,
when you've been in Minnesota for, like, your whole life, you tend to pick up on those things, or you don't, you get stuck all the time. So, like, having the four-wheel drive, I know, kind of, I'm not good at fixing cars. I'm really good at driving.
Really kind of milking this out here.
Because I can drive anything. Tractor, trailer, whatever it takes. I can drive it. I just can't fix it. But, so then I get back on, and then I get going again, and I'll let you pick up back where you were going. I just wanted to that's important to the story.
Yeah, that was important to the story. So he comes up right behind me, right? He's finally there. And, okay, so time to pull me out. Well, he looks for the tow strap. Can't find one. Normally he has one in the truck, but apparently your dad took it out at some point, so we didn't have a tow strap. So we go to Duramax. It's like, hey, you got a spare? He's like, yeah, I guess. You know, because he was currently stuck. Duramax had got himself stuck, trying to get other people.
That's where I was going with the four-wheel drive in Minnesota thing. Like, I mean, this he was a young kid, right? And he's got this giant diesel truck that has no business getting stuck in anything that was over there.
But he had 20-inch rims with like low-profile tires.
Still, I mean, if he knew what he was doing, he would have got through.
Right.
I mean, he just tried starting to plow through.
Hey, see you later.
All right.
Somebody's 10mm. See, the 10mm disappears again.
I hope whoever lost you finds you.
I hope so too. I hope you get reunited with your owner. So he's like, yeah, fine. So he hands us this like tow strap that is down to its last cord. Like it's one of those nylon woven ones, but all the other nylon cords have since been snapped off, and we're down to the last little bare minimum. So he pulls me out, and we start backing all the way down the road. Can't turn around, so we have to back down the road. We just left the tow strap on, just because there was no point, just in case it gets stuck again. Just have it there. And we get to the end, and we realize, well, shoot, now we gotta give this guy his tow strap back. But we're not going all the way down there. He'll probably find it if we just leave it in the middle of the road. So we left it in the middle of the road.
No, there's like a post or something we put it on, like right by the entrance, yeah.
Oh, I think so. Oh! And just as we got out, guess who shows up?
Tow truck.
Tow truck.
I remember that, yeah.
Tow truck shows up just as soon as we get out.
Asked us, hey, is there people down there? Oh, yeah.
There's a herd of people down there.
You're going to have a good payday after today, buddy.
Yeah. $150 a person.
probably charged a good $60 probably a person, but
Maybe.
I mean, I don't. He was called there on purpose,
Right.
whereas he wasn't just waiting.
So, alright, I remember my other snow story. Okay, so this was, I had mentioned there used to be a guy with a Toyota Supra. Him, and there was one other guy with a Honda Civic. Well, this was in winter, so the Honda Civic was still driving his Honda Civic, but the Toyota Supra guy, he didn't drive it in the winter, so he was driving his truck. We always parked at the same spot, like right across from work. So there was a road, and then there was green grass along the side, in between the parking lot and that road. So there's just this strip of grass that makes an L. The grass curves around, and then you enter the parking lot way down here, right? And we always park right in this corner. Well, I was driving our dad's truck. This was before he had a GMC Silverado. I think that one was 2004. So I was driving that to work because there was a lot of snow and four-wheel drive. I don't remember why. This was before I had the Intrepid, I think. Yeah, because this was before I could afford to buy my first car. So they let me drive his truck to work. So we all showed off to each other, right? I mean, we did burnouts, so obviously I was going to try to drift these corners, the snowy corners, right, in the giant long truck. And I normally am pretty good at it, but I had the four-wheel drive on, and when you have four-wheel drive on, trying to drift around the corners becomes more difficult because the front end is just, it's not kicking out, it's just like pushing. And when it started pushing, I just gave it more gas to try to, and then it just came right around. So I spun out. I was facing, so I was trying to drift around this corner here, right? They were parked right here. I was trying to drift around this corner here, and I spun out, and I was facing them. And I can see them there, and they're just laughing away at me, right? Well, you know, I got kind of prideful there. I'm like, well, I did this on purpose. You know, I'm not gonna turn and go back down the road. I'm just gonna go right through. And that's where they built up all the snow. They plowed all the snow out of the parking lot right there on the road. So there was just a big mound. So with my dad's truck, I hauled through this big, it was an explosion of snow. It was just, I carved a path through that giant snow ridge. Right through. It messed up the front bumper, which I didn't realize at the time, but I did. And then I went and parked. And they were like, whoa, that was so cool, you know, this and that, whatever else. So it's like, yeah, I know, that was pretty cool. So I drive back home, living with the parents at the time. And they asked me, what happened to the front bumper? It's like, what do you mean? Well, it's all mangled up here, and the license plate's all bent up, and it's covered in snow. Like, I have no idea. I played up. I don't know how the hell that happened. I must have hit something on the road or something. I don't know. I used to do a lot more stupid stuff back then than I do now. It's probably age. I was gonna see how many people we got. Oh, I saw
12 people still watching.
Nice. Who else still watching? Make a comment.
Yeah. What do you want us to talk about or do or?
You got questions? You got comments? You got compliments? Take those. You want us to just keep telling stories? You want me to eat more pizza? You want me to hold more parts? I mean, I can find other parts.
Honestly, you wouldn't have to go far to find other parts.
I wouldn't have to go far to find other parts. I mean, I got 2 steering wheels, air filter, tachometer, 8-ball shifter knob, 13-ball shifter knob, carburetors, crankshaft, Mickey Thompson's, engine. Probably not gonna grab those and bring those over here though.
Why not? Put the engine on your lap.
Should I put the engine on my lap?
Yeah, you get a lot of views for engines on laps. Engine lap views.
How many parts do I have in the house? Well, I have 2 engines worth of parts plus. Well, technically, I got 3 carburetor bodies in here. I have a lot of parts in the house. I was going to move to the U.S. to save on part shipping. Where do you recommend? Not California. I don't recommend California. I hear.
Honestly, I tell you what. Like either Texas or Florida.
See, I heard Tennessee was really nice.
Tennessee's probably pretty nice.
Jesse Duke. Yeah, I'm telling you, we're on the same wavelength, me and him. We said Tennessee at the same time.
The only reason I said Florida is because I really like Ron DeSantis.
Yeah.
The governor of Florida.
You like that guy?
He's pretty badass.
He's pretty good.
Not gonna lie.
Pretty good guy.
He didn't let Disney push him around.
Let's not say anything that would upset the Google overlords.
Google overlords.
Well, Google owns YouTube.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they most certainly do.
They own everything. Except me. You don't own me, Google.
You know what I don't know?
Not yet, but I'm for sale.
Here's a question. Right? So we're watching the TV and we're reading the comments off the TV, but the TV is like 3 minutes delayed. Are the comments?
Not 3 minutes. It's like.
It's a solid minute.
I'd say 30 seconds.
Are the comments delayed by that much too? Or are those real time?
No, everything's delayed.
Is everything delayed?
Florida is great, says Jesse Duke.
He likes Florida. I've never been. I've never been anywhere besides here. Cold, snowy, miserable place.
It seems like everybody else goes to Florida without me. It's happened quite a few times now. People going to Florida without me.
It's because they don't want you there. They don't want you around.
Probably.
They went to Florida to get as far away from you as possible.
Well, there's a lot of. Why not go to China then?
Because they didn't want to cross water.
And it's kind of communist down there. Might end up like Brittany Garner. We'll have to trade some more people.
Hey, left a like. Heck yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Guns and Gears? I'm reading that right? I don't have glasses.
Yes.
Yeah. Sweet. You and Iron Horse are well. Happy holidays. Oh, we are well. See, I'm sticking with the name now. It's on a sticker. So I can't change the name of the car now because it's right there. Right?
Wow.
I mean, that's probably the way how it works, I would assume. Once you name the car, it's kind of cheap and tacky to rename it. I am now a walking, talking advertisement. Thank you very much. Nice. Oh. Got some fancy stuff going on. Fancy schmancy.
What else we got? What else were we talking about the other day? We were trying to prepare for this thing. We get all sorts of ideas.
We are halfway prepared.
And then nobody wrote those ideas down.
No, I didn't. I didn't write any of them down.
So then, here we are. Same as last time. What time is it?
It is 8:35.
38. My phone says.
Your phone is incorrect.
Where are you getting the time from?
By that reliable wall clock over there.
This battery-powered wall clock.
Yeah.
Looks like you got. Did you steal that from Cub Foods?
No comment.
I mean, it looks familiar. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a part. It's part of the whole
I
ensemble.
honestly thought you were looking at like your tachometer. I'm like, yeah, it's 8:38.
No, the tachometer doesn't have. Oh, here we go. Here's a slick move for you. All right, life tip right here. So whenever you're tuning your car or you're like messing around under the hood, sometimes it's hard to know what RPM you're revving the thing up to, right? Like for timing or something, if you got a cheapo timing light like I do, tachometer, clamp, connectors, right there. See, look at that, huh? It's pretty ingenuitive, huh? I clamp this to my Monte Carlo bar and then I can see it.
Hello. Is there anybody?
No,
in there?
no, that's demonetized right there.
I don't
This
think
whole
so.
live stream.
I've heard that on YouTube quite a bit.
I mean, I'm sure they have heard it on YouTube, but it doesn't mean they're making money off of it.
Oh, so it's okay to demonetize all my channel stuff, but
Well, technically, you're not monetized right now. We got to work on that.
Eventually, I want to be.
Well, eventually you will be.
I want to make videos.
Yeah, see that? That's a great idea for the DIY guy. All the best ideas come from necessity. Well, they do, because one day I was just like, God damn it, I want to know what RPM I'm running this at. And I just had this lying around. It's like, well, here we go. Now I know. Roughabouts.
Oh, that's cold.
It is cold. What's wrong with cold pizza?
Normally nothing, but I don't know. Ouch, I say the name of the pizza. I don't like that certain brand of pizza when it's cold.
It's Little Caesars.
Cold Little Caesars sucks. Sorry.
Yeah, see, we're not running on a huge budget yet. We still got a Little Caesars pizza.
I don't know what you're talking about. This isn't just $5 anymore. You know how much this was? $8.
What?
For a hot and ready pizza. I mean, pretty sure Domino's sells something cheaper than that nowadays.
That's more outrageous than gas prices. Gas prices are outrageous.
Actually,
Well, it's coming down right now.
in Pequot, where I work, it was $2.99.
$2.99?
$2.99.
Oh, I'm gonna have to fill up there.
Maybe not in
Buckets.
Pequot itself, but up by
Yeah.
Jenkins at the Jenkins gas station,
Yeah.
which is literally like 2 miles north of Pequot.
Okay.
$2.99 a gallon. Can you believe that?
Here.
Somebody said something to somebody.
Someone said something to somebody. We still got people here? I got a question for people. We got 9 people here. You 9 people, here's my question. Non-ethanol 91 octane gas. Is it worth going non-ethanol? Or just get the regular 91 with 10% ethanol in it? There's your question. Comment it. We'll discuss it. See, I'm flipping this whole thing around. I'm asking them things now. See if
Tell
anybody
you what.
responds. Yeah.
I'd rather drink that ethanol than eat this pizza.
Well, I got water. I still have some New Guys Garage non-ethanol lemonade.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I do. Go get some.
Where'd that at?
Where do you think?
I don't know. Is it under some
It's in the fridge.
hood ornament or something?
Well, you'll have to go buy a couple cylinder heads and some parts. It's a mess over there. I don't recommend it, but you're going for it anyway.
Nice microwave.
Thank you. Walmart, I think. Nobody has commented on this gasoline topic. I'm working.
Nobody.
Yeah, I'm in the works of making a video on this. So I have theories, but I want to hear what other people's theories are.
Time to change it up a little bit. Using a black guitar now.
That is going to be horrifically out of tune.
Is it? Holy.
Yeah. Well, what did I tell you? How to tune a guitar 101. Here it is. Oh, he's got 93 there in Indiana. Usually for marathon. Not sure about the ethanol content. See, here we have gas pumps where it's 91 here. But we'll have gas pumps where it'll be the 87, what is it, 87, 89, and 91 on this side. And then we'll have a special one on that side, 91 non-ethanol. And it's like way more expensive than the rest of these. And it got me thinking, is having non-ethanol really the best thing for your motor, your engine? Does it really matter that much? I am almost willing to guess that potentially the ethanol content of the 91 may make more power than the non-ethanol version. Because hear me out, right? Ethanol has a lower so non-ethanol gas will have better gas mileage because ethanol has a lower, what is it, BTU density, power density. It takes more ethanol gas to equal, it takes more ethanol to equal the amount of energy you get from actual gasoline, right? To burn, to equal the same amount. So potentially, you're dumping theoretically more fuel carbureted now. In a carbureted instance, you're dumping a percentage more fuel through the carburetor using 10% ethanol 91 than you would normal 91, non-oxygenated. The more fuel in that charge, the more heat that can get sucked away from the inlet charge because the latent vaporization of fuel, it draws the heat out. Well, E85 makes a lot more power than gasoline because there's a lot of stuff going through there and it's chilling the whole mixture coming through. So I'm wondering, I'm wondering if 10% ethanol might charge cool just a little bit better and possibly make a smidgen more power than non-oxygenated, or not non-ethanol. Test that. Someone should test that. If I find means to test that, I will test that. Because I know people mix E85 and gasoline all the time. I mean, they make different mixtures and they get combo fuel, to make passes, to make more power. So the concept is sound, it's just, is the 10% enough to make a difference? I don't know. Is it really only 10% though? Some places it could be more. Yeah, we have E85 a lot. That's actually what the Cutlass ran on, was E85. And the 4-stroke bikes and quad guys say produce more power probably because of the actual octane. See, octane itself doesn't make any more power than octane is just a resistance to detonation. It has nothing to do with actual power making. The actual power that comes from ethanol is the fact that it has charge cooling. And, well, I mean, you can run it is a higher resistance detonation, so you can run it harder. But just switching out, changing nothing else, going from gas to E85 through a carburetor, it chills the intake charge a lot more because it's more fuel and the alcohol sucks out the heat, and it makes more power that way. Destroys old rubber lines. Yeah, but pretty much if you get any fuel line nowadays, any rubber fuel line, they're all made to accept ethanol because they have to, because new gases has ethanol in it.
The Junkyard Necromancer. I'm back. What did I miss? He didn't miss me drinking.
You missed.
Here we go.
Okay, Junkyard Necromancer. Here's my question. You ever go to a gas pump and you see the regular 10% ethanol gas over here, and then you have the more expensive non-ethanol gas? Which one's better? Because I have an unpopular opinion on the subject, and I want to test it out, but I want to hear what people think first. This guy's going to come up with something good, I betcha. He came back. It's awfully nice of him. Makes me question what he had to go do. What was more important than sitting here listening to this?
If you're gonna hide a dead body, I don't want to know about it.
You're certified to clean those up.
I know, that's why I don't want to go to work right
And we're not joking. He's certified to clean up. He's a crime scene what's the official title?
Trauma and crime scene. I don't remember. Cleanup specialist. Now you're gonna make me pull it out of my wallet, aren't you?
Yeah, you got to prove to them that I'm not joking. You are. I literally have a guy on speed dial who can come clean up a dead body. Alcohol loves compression. Yeah, you can run a lot more compression with the E85. That's another reason it makes power.
Yes, it does.
But no, that's not ethanol. Remember, it says it right on there.
I mean, you can write it on whatever, but that doesn't mean that's what it is.
Depends. With modern engines and fuel lines, ethanol doesn't really make a difference. See, okay, Junkyard Necromancer. Here is my theory. Okay. So the ethanol, you have to burn more ethanol to make the same amount of power as gasoline, right? So theoretically, you would have to. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm certified for water damage restoration and trauma crime scene. That's all it says, trauma crime scene.
Yeah.
And technically, they're supposed to then send me a new card because this is I couldn't even see any part of that on there.
You probably
this is
won't
hard
be able to. Lawnmowers, chainsaws, dirt bikes.
There you go.
Probably
help if I didn't move around so much, but
well, yeah, they probably are because they use
this is
any modern fuel grade line will not care about them. Anyways, so you got to burn more ethanol in order to equal the amount of power gas gets you, right? So theoretically, 91. Let's just use 91 octane. 91 octane, 10% ethanol. Theoretically, you're using more of that gas than you are non-ethanol gas, right? Because it's got a little bit of alcohol in it, so you have to run a little bit more of that gas to make the same power as this, to have the same, air fuel, right? So my theory is, in a carbureted instance, because carburetors make power because of the charge cooling effect, as the fuel gets atomized through the intake runner, all those tiny fuel droplets absorb heat out of the air, making a much denser charge. Charge cooling, you take 100 degrees up here, and it turns it into like 40 degrees underneath, right? That makes power on a carburetor. So theoretically, if you're running more fuel with the 10% ethanol mixture, and it's got alcohol in it, theoretically, with that not absorb more heat out of the air, making it more denser, theoretically, possibly maybe making more power. Has anyone done a 10% ethanol versus non-ethanol gas? Has anyone done that test? I don't think anyone has. Has anyone done that test? Does anybody know of anyone who's done that test? Because I have a sneaking suspicion it might not be much, might not even be really, worth talking about, but any result to me is a fascinating result on that. You got that all tuned up.
I'm a professional.
No arguments there.
What kind of music y'all like? Huh?
Justin Bieber.
It's for all you Nicki Minaj fans out there.
Yes. I don't think so. The octane is rating of how combustible fuel is. I think 91 octane on ethanol would have same energy potential as 91 octane 2%. Well, no, because the ethanol itself, you need more fuel in order to make the same amount of power, or to make the same amount of energy as gasoline. See, the 10% is you're substituting, they're using ethanol to raise the octane level of a inferior, they're basically putting E85 in an 87 octane mixture to try to get more octane out of it. You might be right about the cooling air, though. It would be interesting to test. It would be interesting to test because theoretically you have to run more fuel with an ethanol mixture than just a straight gas mixture. It's not because of the octane rating, it's because the ethanol itself you have to run more of in order to make the same as just straight gasoline. That's why if you run E85 is just 85% ethanol and what would that be, 15% gasoline? Yeah. It's still gasoline mixture, it's just more ethanol than gasoline at that point. And because of that, you have to run like 30-40% more of it. And all that extra fuel going through the intake charge cools off the combustion chamber and everything else a lot more because there's more fuel that can absorb more heat, thus making more power. Right? I think so. I think I'm correct on this assumption. But again, I want to test it. I want to find a way to test it. I should just walk into a dyno shop and just be like, hey, I have 14,000 subscribers on YouTube. You should let me use your facility for testing.
Yeah, see how that goes. I'm what you would call a YouTube influencer.
Maybe on paper, but in actuality, I'm just some Joe Schmo who's making videos. I think it could be easily tested if you had the right stuff. Well, yeah, a dyno would be able to solve this. It might not be it might be so little that you barely notice it. But if you notice any difference at all, then you gotta think, okay, it made some sort of difference on the dyno. Not maybe like 10 horsepower or nothing, if it was only 1 or 2. But then you gotta think, okay, so how you see it makes a difference. So how does that translate to in the car? See, that's where a lot of people stop. They test it on the dyno, they see, it only made like 1 or 2 or something. It's really nothing much. But you don't know if it changed like how the engine reacts to things either. Like you gotta take it from the engine dyno to a car and test it that way too, to really see what. Tom, I like Southern rock. He likes Southern rock. Wait, are you demonetizing us right now with? That is literally I know that song.
Wait. So if I play any song that's known, we will get demonetized?
So YouTube scans the video for any sound, like, okay, so it's all digital, right? It's all ones and zeros. If they find ones and zeros that match a copywritten ones and zeros, bam, you're done, ski. Yes, he knows it, but we can't play it here. We should. How many subscribers do you need in order to?
Not doing it. That wasn't it.
Yeah, sure. Tell that to the YouTube overlords.
I will. That wasn't it, YouTube overlords.
Okay,
that was a reasonable facsimile. I need a slide to play that. But yes, I do know how to play that song. A lot of years in a band. You don't know how many times people have asked me to play that song.
I imagine every
night.
Time.
Every
night.
Time. Do you know Freeberg?
We should find out how many subscribers you need in order to do lives on your channel. Once we're able to do lives on your channel, we can do lives on his channel, and you can literally just request him to play songs, because at that he's not monetized, right? He's not going to make anything off of it, so it doesn't matter if he gets copyright claimed. It's only copyright strikes that matter.
Like how?
Okay.
Because I see people going through like videos and stuff.
Okay.
Or going through songs like what makes this song great and what makes that song great.
Right.
But then there's certain songs that they don't do because they'll get like copyright strikes.
Copyright strikes and copyright claims are different. So a claim is just YouTube combing through and noticing, hey, this is a copyrighted song, so you just can't make money off of it, right? You can still have it up, you just can't make any money off it because it's somebody else's property. Okay? So, but a copyright strike is the actual copyright owner saying, I don't want you to even play it because that's ours. So they have to actually put
if
in
you
for
are
it.
Performing it?
No, it's not okay if you even perform. I've been looking into the copyright thing because we're trying to grow it, because he's a music channel, which is going to be kind of...
almost difficult.
It's going to be almost difficult. But I've been looking into it, and they are finicky with it. Like, okay, this is how finicky it is. One of his songs, I don't remember which one it was. It was one of the ones that he made on GarageBand, the app. He made like a totally unique song on the GarageBand, except it had one little scene that sounded similar to another song, and YouTube copyrighted the whole song just because it had 1 second clip in it that sounded similar to another song, which I fought, and they took off, by the way, so it's no longer copyright claimed. But that's how finicky it is, like totally on a GarageBand cover even, and they like nailed them for like 30 seconds of a clip that sounded similar to some other.
It was just something I'd like all that stuff on my channel so far is just like stuff that I wanted like to be able for have him use, instead of having like the same old generic YouTube songs that I always hear everybody on YouTube have, the free to use songs. So I was like, well, I mean, I got this new iPad at work, came with GarageBand, so maybe I could come up with some like jingles and stuff, and you could use that instead of, I need to have something unique for his channel too.
How do you guys like the new format, by the way? Because I'm trying to be more entertaining as a YouTuber, right? So obviously I'm trying to improve the quality of my stuff. So I got the hook in the beginning, then I got some music over like a picture of the Mustang doing something ridiculous, right? Just as like a funny thing. And then we go to the video. And then I have you on the end, like music by, and then just your channel thing. And the music plays for a while. And that's where I put my end screen. Gonna blow that thing up doing that.
Yeah, good. Blew up something else. Are you going to sell your music to other creators too? Asking for a friend.
I didn't even consider that. Hey, Justin Duke like that. I know
if
you like
somebody's
what I'm
interested in it, like anything on my channel, like you could message me and we could talk about it. I don't know how any of this stuff works yet. I'm like
Thank you, Junkyard Necromancer.
very old school, but yeah, I mean, if anybody's interested in it, just get a hold of me. I don't know how do they get a hold of me?
Comment on one of his videos. Got to make you a Facebook page.
Yeah, that's
Here
true.
you go. He wants who was it? Slymo? Slaymo? Slymo.
Say
Stamo? I can't see that far away.
headers like a didgeridoo.
Here you go.
I don't even know if that's possible.
I don't even know what a didgeridoo is, so.
It's like this. No, that's not possible.
That was a 283 small block Chevy right there.
Vroom, vroom. That would be cool though.
RV cam. It was a good block. It was a good boat.
I want to get a couple didgeridoos. I know, like, there's a couple bands I saw at that festival we were talking about earlier that had didgeridoo players. That, I mean, you think a didgeridoo just like one didgeridoo, just the same sound, but this guy, he had like 3 of them all lined up, and he had any sound you could imagine. He just as many tones as a guitar player.
Wow.
Like, he was really good.
All right, pop quiz. Who can tell me why vintage pro stock cars and vintage cars had white headers? Some of them. Why did they have white painted headers? Who knows this answer?
Because everybody was painting their bathtub with enamel paint and decided, hey, why not just use the rest of it on my headers?
Close, but not quite the same. You realize this is the head. These are the old headers off the Mustang. You've driven with these headers.
Cool.
All right.
There they are.
Here it is.
Sitting in your living room.
Well, the other one's bolted to the engine. I had to take this one off the head to do the head video. Come on, who knows this answer? Somebody out there knows this answer.
Aluminum oxide.
Aluminum oxide. I mean, there might be aluminum oxide in paint.
Probably.
The answer,
Yes.
the answer is so simple. Really. I'll give it.
Why is so simple the answer? That's a weird answer.
It is wrong. Would it discolor? No. Nope. That's not the reason. Okay. Time's up. Here's the reason. It's such a simple answer. The reason they had white headers back then? Yes. You pulled it out right at the last second. That was the only high temperature paint they had. That was the only color. White.
Makes sense.
That's such a simple answer. That's why they all had white headers, is because that was the only color they had. Do you imagine if they had other colors? They would have had bright red headers and blue headers and all kinds of stuff. But classic white. Oh,
And if you guys like wander over my channel at all, like comment on what you like. Like if you like it, comment. I like seeing comments. Like then I know kind of which direction to go. And like I said too, eventually I'm gonna have videos much like New Guys Garage videos where it's more guitar tech, like maybe song reviews if I can get around copyrights, everything like that. So
yeah.
And like I said, if you're really interested in having like or wanting to use a song on your videos, then let me know. Get in touch.
Yeah. Yeah.
By commenting on a video, then I can we can go from there.
See, it's harder with your channel right now just because, like with my channel, I can use really like catchy titles like headers and this and that, right? Things that people look up. But if you make like an original song, you just have the name of the song and the title. Nobody's looking that up.
No, like it's not a lot of content on there. It's like minute-long songs for like YouTube background music. Basically, it's all it is right now. So
yeah.
And eventually, I'm gonna write. I have a bunch of songs written. I just need to like spend time and record them, and then we can upload some of those too. But
get some more equipment too, more guitars and get some more amps. And
I mean, if it starts getting traction, then yeah,
they'll get traction. It just takes time. Like I
think like a few shorts will help, and more actual videos are gonna help. But
yeah, I think shorts videos with guitar tech, things that people will actually want to look up. That way you can put like catchy titles in there, right?
Yeah.
Like how to tune guitar,
like
shit like that.
Like if you're going to a guitar school, like they're gonna tell you, like if you went and threw this down as a G chord, right? Like this. They're gonna tell you that's wrong. That you cannot play it like that. You have to play it like this. But guess what? Jimi Hendrix played it like that. John Frusciante plays it like that. Chili Peppers guy.
Yeah.
Like if that works for you, whatever you figure out that works for you, do that. Don't listen to the guitar teachers. Don't listen to these people that aren't half as good as they think they are, trying to show you stuff that they think you're supposed to do.
That's like a lot of the mechanics in the comments.
You think Eddie Van Halen started tapping because that was what a guitar teacher showed him how to do? No.
Guitar teacher would have thought that he was not all there.
Oh, probably. And, he was better than any of the guitar teachers out there. Not saying, like, all of them, but...
So you tune up my guitar?
Yeah. Sweet. Play something.
Me play something on guitar?
Sure.
I don't know how to fucking play guitar. Give me a pick. Who wants to hear this garbage?
Get out of this.
I hate this guitar because it's got a round back and you can't ever like.
It's hard to sit down and play with it. Like,
it is. I don't know how to play guitar.
That's basically all I know about how to work on cars. So
yeah, that's my equivalent to his knowledge on cars. Just one chord over and over again is all I got. My mates are here for a Sunday. Jam, so I gotta lock up. Dogs like barbecue. See y'all next time. Hey, see you later.
Take care, man.
Take care. Speaking of wrapping up, when are we gonna wrap up?
Probably pretty soon.
Probably pretty soon.
I think we had a whole 2-hour deadline, but we seem to have already gone over that.
I'm gonna just be demonetized.
Way to go, Dan. Demonetize the channel. Yeah. Oh, cowboy went riding up one dark and windy day. That's your pick.
Is it?
Oh, that goes with that round back thing you got there.
Oh, thank goodness. I had ambitions of learning how to play the guitar, but I just can't like break my hand and make it conform into different shapes.
See, like I was always interested in learning how to play the guitar, right? And then
then you did.
No. Like, so here's where it started, okay? Like,
Right.
this is where I really like wanted to start learning how to play guitar.
Because
We have an older brother.
I was just gonna say because of Mike.
And his name's Mike, and we, Mom and Dad decided to buy him a Fender Squier guitar, right?
White. Yep.
And like, I was like, what? Why does he only get a guitar and I don't get one? Like, I didn't have any concept of how much these things cost at the time.
Yeah.
But still, I'm like, why? That's just his guitar? Like, why? So then, like, it irritated me to the point where I learned how to play guitar because I was so mad. It was a long process. I started off with the drums, and then, like, my drum teacher was a lunatic. So then I dropped out of that and started playing guitar, like, full-time only. Now I can play pretty much drums, bass, guitar, banjo, kazoo, clarinet,
So
saxophone.
I think you should do one of those
Mandolin.
videos. You ever see those videos where you start off playing one instrument, right? Then it like puts you in a corner, and then you're playing a different one, puts you in a corner, and then like you're just the whole band.
I could do that,
I should do that.
but I only have the guitar and the drums right now.
I mean, and the header didgeridoo.
That kind of didn't work for a didgeridoo. That needs some work. Got too much of an opening, too many tubes coming out of that opening.
So what you're saying is you don't want the 1 5/8 primary. You want something a little smaller than the 1 5/8.
Sure, that's what that means. 1 5/8.
See, I bet. Well, you see, here's the problem. You didn't have this on it.
I mean, maybe.
Headers don't work without these collector stitches on them. So there's your problem.
Well, I mean, that's not my bad. It's your bad.
Whoopsie.
I'm not the car guy here, right?
Look, sorry. When we were transitioning this car part into music, it didn't dawn on me that it would still work the same way because of airwaves and pressure differentials in there.
Dish soap and put it on you. Then it could down on you.
What was that one you had the other day? Anal glaucoma?
Yeah, and like I can't come into work today. I got anal glaucoma. What's that? I'm sorry, I just can't see my ass coming into work today.
Oh, that's funny.
That's a good excuse.
That's a good excuse. You should use that.
I don't think I could have used that as an excuse.
You don't think so?
What I do.
I mean, you could.
I don't think it'd work. I'd probably get fired.
You might.
I would. Then what am I going to do?
YouTube.
Focus on YouTube.
Become a full-time content creator, of course.
Oh, well, that's not even paying to get me a candy bar, so.
Not yet.
No.
Just wait.
I have made no money off of YouTube.
That's all right. Most people don't.
Maybe someday I will.
I don't know. I don't even know how I'm making off of YouTube.
Apparently, he is.
Honestly,
Probably me.
I was looking at it I was looking at it today, right? Looking at the subscriber count. It was 14,340 something when I looked at it, right?
Okay.
And it dawned on me.
Oh.
Who the hell? How do 14,000 people look at my video and go, oh yeah, I want to watch that on a regular basis. Subscribe.
I don't know what happened.
You fucking I bet you it's the tie. They saw the tie and they're like, oh, all right, here we go. What is it, 9:20?
Yep.
All right, we're gonna call her quits at 9:30.
10 minutes. Y'all got any other questions?
Questions, comments, concerns,
Let
compliments.
us know. Yeah, go to my channel and comment on some stuff too.
Yeah,
I'd
sure.
appreciate it. If y'all want to chit chat.
New guys garage. That's a good point. Unsubscribed. See? I'm telling you. When people really stop to think about it, they'll be shocked. What the hell did I do?
Remember, you gotta leave a comment on Logan Did It channel.
Yeah, Logan Did It. I wonder who Logan Did It is.
I don't know.
And why would they be shocked that I put something on their channel?
I don't know.
Does anybody know who Logan Did It is? I need what is it? Comments from his peers. Here.
Piers Brosnan.
Possibly peers? You know what the problem is?
007.
Oh yeah. You know what the real problem is here? Why I can't play guitar? Well, because just like Jimi Hendrix, I should be playing it upside down, right?
Why?
Well, because that's what he did. Although I think he switched the strings.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
When he learned how to play guitar, he learned how to play it like that. The strings just on the way they were.
I suppose if that's all you have.
By the end of his career, he was playing a right-handed guitar, flipped over, but the strings were in sequence.
Yeah.
Which B.B. King asked him the first time he seen him play, he's like, no, I realize you're right-handed, but why didn't you switch the strings around? He's like, oh no, it's just how I learned how to play.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got B.B. King asking you questions, then you must be going somewhere.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Well, now he's dead, and he can't ask me questions, so...
Lucille still lives, so I bet you at least one of them.
At least one of Lucille's?
Yeah.
How many Lucille's are there?
There were a few.
I thought there was only one.
No.
The one he played.
No, there was more than just one. He had multiple guitars,
Sure.
all named Lucille.
I'm not
They were all the
sure.
same kind of guitar, but he had multiple Lucille guitars.
The Gibson 335.
It was black. I know that much.
Huh?
It was black. I know that much.
Yes, B.B. King was black. Quit making fun of the guy for his release.
He was black and his guitar matched him, okay?
I'm just kidding. B.B. was a great guy.
He was a great guy.
As far as I know, I didn't know him.
Right.
But he was a big inspiration to anybody playing music.
I feel like I asked a question, but I don't remember what it was. Did I ask them a question?
I don't know. Did you?
I don't
I
know.
don't think you got a response though.
Well, no, I didn't. I was just thinking about that. I didn't get a response.
Can't
But
remember what question. See, I mean, we gotta be.
a little more on the ball.
Yeah, you should have asked that question on the box. Nobody remembered.
I think that's the question I asked.
What?
I asked them who this guy was.
We lost a member.
One? How many members we up to?
We got 7 guys left. Six guys left.
They're the real troopers, though.
They're the unsung heroes of New Guys Garage.
They really are. If I had to guess, I'd say Jesse Duke's in there still. And the necromancer guy. But he's in
No,
there.
I think he left.
Think he left?
Yeah, I think he said bye-bye.
He said bye-bye once, then he came back. He said bye-bye a second time?
Oh, he's still there.
Told you.
Oh, now he's saying bye, though.
Okay.
Have a good night, man.
Hey, see ya.
Thanks for coming out again.
Oh, yeah. We'll do her again. Sometime. Probably 2 weeks from now.
Seems to be a good rhythm.
It's a good rhythm. 2 weeks from now.
Good rhythm. You guys good with every 2 weeks for a live stream? Would you guys tune in for more of this?
Yeah. Ah, I told you. The 2 people I said were still there. Keep making good
Yes.
videos, guys. And yes, still here. See? Told you. But now I gotta guess the other 3 guys. I'm gonna guess one of them is probably the cousins at the grandparents' house. Gavin and Trenton are over at grandparents' house.
It's 9:30. Are they still awake?
Well, she probably just left the live stream going up like she did last time when she went to bed. So I'm guessing one of them's that. That just leaves 2 people.
Maybe one's my wife.
Could be. Then it leaves 1 person.
All right, 6 minutes, honey, and then I'm coming home.
6
In
minutes.
case you're watching.
6 minutes, and he'll be going through the door. 10 minutes, he'll come back through the door and say, "Hey, my car's not working." Then
It's a good possibility.
12 minutes after that, I'll have my toolbox walking out the door with a flashlight.
And then by 10 o'clock, he'll probably be bringing me home, so.
Yeah, 10 o'clock, I'll be bringing him home.
Just kidding. You better knock on wood. I don't want my car to break down in my home.
Jeez Louise.
I thought you were going to say, geez, that sneeze.
No,
That would have been way cooler.
no. Alright.
Do
Right?
let's start video. Ah, that's true.
See, that's just content.
There's always content to be made with my dumb car.
Alright, Tom. So you heard the only thing I can do on guitar, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Now if I
Not
did
true. I taught you how to play House Bells.
Yeah. Anyways.
Totally forgot, didn't you?
No, I can't remember. So if I do this over and over again, right?
Yeah,
Could you play something on top of it?
maybe. Oh, dude.
The last 5 minutes, it's just gonna be a jam.
Where are you starting? Okay.
Now I can be a guest star on New Guy's Guitar Channel.
Yes. He's the rhythm guy.
I am the rhythm guy.
I get a chunk guy.
The most.
Chunk, 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 chunk.
Well, it's catchy. Down it, down it, down it, down. Demonetized instantly.
He was a chunk guy too.
See?
Just chunk, 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 chunk.
AC/DC is kind of chunky. Wasn't it?
No.
Kind
They
of.
were
Sort
spicy.
of. Were they?
Flavorful, yes.
Don't even play. How many subscribers do we need to do a live? I bet you we could do a live stream on your channel. Oh man, we are wrapping right down to the wire. Only 2 more minutes left until we're shutting this down. Oh, any last comments you would like to get through before doomsday happens here and we shut this whole thing down?
Yes. Any other questions, comments, or concerns?
Or compliments?
Yes, we'll take those too.
I'd take those. Any advice? Anyone got advice for us?
Yeah, any
Feedback?
thing we could do better.
Criticisms?
Stuff we suck at that we probably shouldn't do anymore.
Yeah, tell us what we suck at, because that is useful information.
Maybe stuff,
And things.
possibly things. I think it was a good turnout. Pretty good
What?
turnout today.
Heck yeah, we got our regulars. Just Duke likes it. He likes
Nice.
thumbs up, racing, and cool things.
That's,
That's basically what we're
I like thumbs ups.
all about. All of those things.
Oh yeah. It'll probably take me like 45 minutes to get home.
What?
Probably.
Not if you race, like he suggests.
That's probably not a good idea when there's so much ice all over the place.
No, you just drift it.
No, I don't have a drifting type car.
You have an e-brake, don't you?
No, well, not in anywhere near as accessible place to use it like a drifting one.
You seen the way I used that Dodge Intrepid.
Oh, you're talking about the time you went into the ditch?
Popped over the ditch. Thank you very much.
Just because you jumped the ditch doesn't mean I want to. In my only vehicle I got.
I used to eat.
Maybe if I get another vehicle, I'll jump this one.
You should.
Dukes of Hazzard
I
style.
used to.
Over a river. Who wants to see that?
Everybody.
I'm sure.
In that old Dodge Intrepid, it had the ratchet e-brake right there, and I had the pull release. So everywhere I went, I was like positioned like this in the car, so that I could like slam the e-brake and then release it real quick. Who else has done that? Oh, too late. It is time to end the stream. I appreciate everybody who showed up. We're gonna do this again in 2 weeks' time.
Same time,
Same place. Well, potentially same place.
same-ish place, I'm sure.
Same scenario.
Ooh, scenarios.
So if you had fun doing it tonight, then you will have fun doing it next time. We might even be slightly more prepared. Literally, my channel, my whole quality just like went up tenfold after the last live. And after this live, I just imagine it'll go down like 2%. And then the next one, it will be up like 3%. So we'll be 1% higher in quality than we were right now in 2 weeks' time.
Well, like we said too, you want to use any of the stuff up the channel, New Guy's Guitar, for like a basically all just YouTube video stuff, like background videos.
XXL
So-
Jam is good.
I mean, if you want to do it, contact me. We can work something out.
Funk Around is good too. I like all the funky stuff. Like your stuff was good, and then like as soon as XXL Jam came out, like everything just like went way up in terms of quality. I'm not gonna lie. Just been banging hits, one after another. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all coming out.
Bye, y'all. See you next time.